Life's a party. Life's always a party. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Is that something you've been sitting on overnight? The whistle?
I was thinking about it, but we did it. So what's up, everybody? Life's a party, baby.
Today's a good day. You're feeling good. I'm feeling good because we got some new Bud Light seltzers on the table for all of you watching at YouTube at home. Bud Light Seltzer has a new product, and I'm happy to drink some Bud Light today. And you're happy because you saw a trailer that you're stoked about.
I'm pumped because we're finally getting some new movie trailers. Hopefully for the Super Bowl, we get a bunch of new ones.
True, but you're missing the movie game.
We haven't been in the movie theater often. We went in like August. I think we saw Tenet. So haven't been to the theater in a while.
And we thought Tenet was gonna get us back in the movie theater.
We did.
Like we thought Tenet was breaking the ice and allowing people back into the theaters, but we were wrong.
Yeah, but Disney just dropped a new trailer today for Raya and the Last Dragon. That is their new animated film from Disney Animation.
There we go. So I actually bought Disney stock. So do you think this is gonna help my Disney stock?
I think. I don't know.
They might be the first ones to get people back in the movies. Their stock market could climb up a little bit.
I agree, but this movie, what happened with Mulan? Mulan didn't do that well.
That's true.
And we thought that was going to do well for Disney, so I don't know. But Raya and the Last Dragon, the trailer just came out.
Looks good.
And I love it. I'm really curious to see what you guys like about it. Are you going to go into the movie theater to see it? Or are you going to watch it on Disney Plus? It's about $30. You could buy it for Premier Access. So, do you take that risk and go to the theater, or do you want to buy it at home? So,
is there a release date? Do you know or no?
March 5th. It'll come out March 5th, and we'll see how it does.
Select theaters or just all?
No, it's all theaters. It'll be open, but you'll be able to watch it at home or at the theater, which is interesting. But HBO Max is doing that too, where HBO Max is with Warner Brothers, and they're dropping their entire 2021 slate on HBO Max and in the theaters simultaneously. So you get to choose,
When I bought stock in the Disney, this correlates very well. So when I bought stock in the Disney, they have like a pie graph that shows you what their revenue is going towards right now, and it's their media. Like 40-some percent, 30-some percent of Disney's revenue coming in right now is their media. So it's ESPN Plus, it's Disney Plus.
And Hulu.
So it'll be interesting to see how these movies do, because you said HBO comes out.
Yeah, HBO
They're going to
Max.
start releasing movies as like new movies, right?
Yeah, so they have their whole movies that were supposed to be released in 2020 and 2021, but what they're doing, like Space Jam, Space Jam.
So that's not coming out in theaters. Space Jam.
It is. It's going to be
like
both
simultaneous.
at the same time.
That'll be interesting. I mean, I don't want to say this. That's why I was a little hesitant.
Yeah.
But this could potentially drive the movie theaters out of business.
It's 2020. Basically did that already.
Because when we made the TikTok about how you went on a hot take and how you thought movie snacks were so expensive, and people were like, that's how they get their money.
Yeah.
Like, they don't get their money, I don't know, like, the facts, but that's how they get their revenue. Like, they don't get money from the actual box tickets.
Yeah, it's an insane amount of how little, basically, like AMC, Cinemark, Regal, all those movie theater chains get a cut of the movie theater ticket that you're buying. So that $10 ticket, they're getting like $1, maybe like $1.50 from that ticket, which is insane. So that's why the movie theater, why their snacks, their popcorn's $9, you get a $4 or $5 soda. Yeah. That's why, because if not, they would be out of business. But it's just bad for the theater companies and the theater chains in general.
It's really bad because they're no longer the first people to release something. If movie theaters aren't the first ones to release a movie,
then you're
that's not the only place you can see it, then, I mean, the stock's just going to plummet.
You're cutting out that middleman, you know what I mean?
We're like talking Wall Street right now, baby.
Yeah.
The stock's going to plummet, Disney's going to go to the top, and we're going to drink some Bud Light.
I'm super pumped for this Bud Light.
Look how cool this case looks. We were talking pre-show about how well, whoever's doing the design, like whoever's on the design team for Bud Light, we
Killing
had
the game right now.
The Christmas case. That case was awesome. Very decor. I didn't even use that right. But
yeah, very colorful, and I think these are the same idea.
It's just like, look at that. I want to frame that box.
If you check out these here, like these
are
just so colorful. They're black, so that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Different.
It's almost like a platinum level, like elite can. Like an elite can is black. So what we're gonna do is, you see the Bud Lights. We're gonna kick the show off tasting these Bud Lights. We're not gonna taste them. We're gonna rate them. So Bud Light soon. There's a lot of pointing going on.
That's what you were doing.
Because I'm just so pumped at the new Bud Lights. And they were very hard to get. Just like the holiday package that we did not like at all. They had peppermint, cranberry. They were not up to par.
Weren't the biggest fans, no.
But these were very hard to get as well. I mean, I went to numerous liquor stores, called several ones. I finally got them. Bud Light's going to be sponsoring us soon, so it was only right to do a review of these as well. So basic review. Paul and I are going to taste each flavor. I think there's 4 flavors. There's original, there's black cherry, there's strawberry, and there's peach. And we're going to go to a 1 through 10 ranking.
Okay.
1 through 10, no rookie scores. And we're going to give you guys our honest feedback.
Yeah,
so,
a little ranking based on Dave Portnoy. Thank you.
So these cans are something else, man. Like, they are elite.
They just look really nice. I think it's very different from anything we've kind of seen with the seltzers yet. I think because they're black and they get that, like, just cooler look. And then the neon colors of the flavors just look really nice. So
it's like the reverse text. So let's pop these bad boys. First one is Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, the original natural flavor, all right?
Already smells
5%
like great.
alcohol, 100% calories. So if you're on a diet, good option.
100% alcohol, 100% party time. You know what I mean? That's what he's
Hey, you get to say it. I love it. You know? This Bud Light thinks I'm cheating on him now.
Why?
Because I got the nice little sexy new product in front of me.
He's a little
and I got the original Bud Light just sitting there.
He's like a thick boy. She's a tall and
Slim,
skinny
thick,
lady.
but you're cute as. That's what it is. All right. So you already cracked yours. Go ahead. Give it a sip. You love that pop.
Whew.
Do you love that flavor, Paul?
That's what she said. You know what I mean? Oh, hey. Do you like the taste of how that tastes? I do. Ladies out there, I do.
What about the gentlemen? They drink this.
I think these have been out for a while, haven't they? Right?
What?
The lemonades, just like the you could buy Bud Light lemonade.
Yeah, but do they taste the same as the original?
I don't know, because you could buy they had the citrus, the orange ones, right? And
this is very good.
I like it. I agree. Great.
This is a great start. I mean, it's already better than the holiday themed seltzers.
Oh, totally. This is more, your spring. These will be great in the summer.
I was thinking the same thing at home.
Great in the summer.
These are going to be popping off in the summer. Like a nice little Dage, you pick up a 12-pack of these, it's going to be money. My whole fridge is going to be filled with this. I have a good feeling after we're done rating these.
What is it? During the Dage, on the yacht. Where else? In my house by myself.
Yeah, just do it everywhere.
In
whenever.
the shower, you know what I mean? That's what we do. We be drinking Bud Light.
All right, so what are you ranking, Paul? Yeah, let me get one more and you can go first.
I really
1
like
through
these.
10.
I'm a big lemonade fan. I like iced tea. That's why I like the Arnold Palmer spiked seltzers.
Yeah.
They're always great.
Uh-huh.
I think this is pretty good. I'm going to give it
The original, lemonade, what do you give it?
8-1.
8-1. I'm going 8-2, which is actually like what I thought in my head.
Okay.
8-2, let me put it in the books. I mean, it's set in stone. This is going down in the history books.
No rookie scores, but I think usually how Dave does it with the pizza reviews, if you don't know what we're referencing, Dave Portnoy does the pizza reviews.
Yes.
And, he says no rookie scores, so it has to be, can't be an even number. It can't be like 8, 7, 6, has to be like a point, right?
Because it's sort of correlated with figure skating. And figure skating is scoring so, minute to one another that you have to use the decimals. Like, you have to use them.
And usually what he does, too, is the 8. The 8 is the key of great, right? It's like
over 8's elite.
Over 8 is elite slice of pizza. So already burping out here, I want another sip, bro. Which one are we doing next?
We are going to go to Black Cherry. I like the Black Cherry White Claws, and I also like the Black Cherry, but I didn't get you one. I'm just so excited to have it myself. I didn't even get Paul one.
We're both fans of Black Cherry seltzers, so hopefully I think this will just be in that category.
It smells really good. I went to the liquor store and I saw they finally stocked up on these, so I got my brother one. He's a big Bud Light seltzer guy. So I took a picture, sent it to him. I was like, "Yo, I got you." I was like, "Sweet, man! I was looking forward to getting these.
Dope.
I was gonna get them this week." So he was really excited about it. Like that.
You like that crack? You like that butt crack over here? All right, go first.
So I'm gonna taste it. It's.
What are you thinking over here?
So I like the Black Cherry Bud Light seltzer, like normal ones. I don't know, but this I feel like the Black Cherry pops more. Like there's more. It's almost you put a black cherry in my mouth and it just explodes like a Titanic bomb.
I think it has that more because it's mixed with lemonade, right? It has a sweeter flavor. Even though black cherry is already pretty sweet, it just has more of a sweeter kick to it.
It lasts longer. I don't know how to describe that. The black cherry on the regular ones, the black cherry flavor goes away quick. But I'm finding with this is that it almost lingers because I guess the lemonade carries it out more in your mouth.
I agree.
Is that an in detailed freaking hypothesis right
there? No, I think that's pretty good.
Or what?
The only thing with these is, though, even now just drinking this, I think I could drink 10 Bud Light, like black cherry seltzers normally in the summer.
Right.
I don't know if I could take 10 of these. I think they're pretty sweet.
Oh,
you know
okay.
what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
Like, maybe they're not as, like, chuggable, I
So
guess?
you couldn't get a 12-pack of these black cherries.
Correct.
Because they're a little sweeter due to the lemonade mix.
But I could definitely have, like, 4 or 5 on a nice Sunday
what are you going
in
with?
the pool. I like this too, man.
8-6 for me. High.
Woo!
I like the black cherry.
I like this too. I do like it better than the other one, so good start. Let's say
8.6 is high, and I like it.
high.
I stand by it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 8.
Ooh, he's hesitating. The hezzy.
I don't want to do the same as you, but I feel like that's a really great score.
All right, 8-6. It's in the books. Both 8-6
I think
for
that's
the
a
black
really
cherry
great score.
Bud Light Seltzer. Oh, they have sayings on it. I didn't even realize. Or it has a saying on the side. Bold, bubbly lemonade. There it is.
Oh, they all got the same thing.
Yeah, it's all the same thing.
Nice.
All right, so we have 2 left. It's the strawberries going to go next. There you go. I got you one.
Oh, appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
The thing is, though, I think out of the 4 of these, I would have liked the first 2 the most. I think they're the flavors that I would have liked.
The peach intrigues me. The strawberry, I feel like, may be the bottom 2 for me. Well, you don't like strawberries.
Yeah,
you never had a strawberry before.
No, but I told
But
you.
you like strawberry milk.
Yeah, I like strawberry flavoring. I told you.
That's so stupid.
You know what this?
That's like saying if assholes could fly, I mean, this place would be an airport.
Okay.
If assholes could fly, this place would be an airport.
So what? I have like a dumb idea.
That's stupid.
That's stupid.
If assholes could fly, this place would be an airport because you had never had strawberries, but you love strawberry flavor.
You know what this smells like immediately? I'm thinking.
Oh, this has a lot.
Do you know what? Strawberryta. Like this is.
Yeah.
This smells exactly like a strawberryta. I'm curious to see how much sugar this has, and if this tastes kind of the same way. Those things, you drink one, especially a tall boy, you're gone. Summer, you're sitting down, you're laying down in the sand somewhere, passed out.
Holy shit!
What do you feel?
I like this a lot. This is I'm speechless.
I like this a lot
Bud
too.
Light is killing it with these things. This is really good.
They're getting a hot jump out the start. You know what I'm saying? Just putting these.
Holy crap! I like this a lot.
Putting these in February, and they'll be doing really good this spring and the summer. In March, maybe like spring break,
man,
these will be the drink to go to.
8-7.
Each one keeps going up for you.
That one, I thought black cherry was gonna be my favorite. The strawberry is out of this world.
Okay. I don't think I like it as much as the black cherry. But
Oh, it's so good. It just makes me think of like strawberry shortcakes with whipped cream. Oh man, I'm in fairyland right now.
I'm gonna say 8-4.
8-4, still a good score.
I like
mean,
this-
these just chilling in the 8s. I don't remember where their holidays. They were chilling in like the 4s, I think, maybe a couple in the 3s, the 2s. I mean, these are just high quality drinks.
Well, the thing with these is that they're very sugary. They got good flavors, like classic flavors that we've kind of known for a while.
I mean,
But,
this
like peppermint comes out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I don't want no peppermint. Stupid.
that strawberry's good, dude.
Yeah,
This is good stuff.
I like this more than the basic lemonade too because lemonade we've had our entire life, right?
Right.
Where this, keep burping. Where this is kind of like this kind of adds a little
gas.
different flavor. You know what I mean?
I like that a lot. All right, we're going to the last one, peach. There we go. Cracked mine. I was going to give this to you, but I already
you're
cracked
good.
it. And I figured you wanted to crack it into the mic for everybody listening on Spotify at home. Because that's what we got to give the people, the both sides of it, right? We got to give the YouTube watchers, the Bud Light Seltzer's got the nice case, the nice cans, our nice faces. And then we got to give the sound effects for the people on their car ride to work and the people listening while working out on Spotify, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
We love both.
Look at you. You're thinking outside the box today.
Today, that's an insult. I'm always thinking outside the box.
So peach, I think this is the one I'm gonna like the least. I don't like the flavor of peach that much, but I could be pleasantly surprised. What are you thinking?
Yeah, this is the least I like.
Okay.
It's 7-7.
The fact that that's bad and 7-7 is still a really great score. I mean, if this was Dave and your pizza parlor got 7-7, I would be happy with that.
I boosted the score a little bit because I know peach lovers. We're talking about the fruit peach. We're not talking about the emoji peach because.
I'm a peach guy. You know what I'm saying?
But 7-7's good. I mean, it's definitely not it's my least favorite out of all of them. Which
Okay.
I looked by your face, I could tell it was the same.
Absolutely not. I mean, really, like out of all of them, don't trust the fart. because it might be a shark. You know what I mean?
The peach might be a fart.
Yeah, don't trust a fart because it might be a shark. I mean, some of them are all good, but there could be that one bad one that pops out and make your pants a little brown. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I don't know why you had to explain that to me.
Just letting
I
you
didn't
know.
question the phrase. I mean, I was just letting it ride.
When you think you might be eating a little, maybe like Mexican food or something, you wear the brown pants that day.
Okay, I've had enough of the sharks. I've had enough of the peaches. But this strawberry, this lemonade, this black cherry, this case as a whole is on another level. And Bud Light outdid themselves again. They had to bounce back after that holiday pack because I don't think that got a lot of good reviews.
I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious to see what other people thought about that holiday pack. We weren't the best fans of it, or the biggest fans about it. But if you like those certain types of flavors, I could see you're drinking beer, you're drinking seltzer. You're gonna want to do that stuff in the summer, and that's gonna be really nice with the sun. So I think this is gonna be a hit.
They put them out at a great time. I mean, we're around the corner, I think, from summer, right?
Well, January. But spring break, you're looking at early March, so you got about a month.
There you go. So these will. I feel like they're here to stay on the market. Don't you agree?
I agree. So I think.
Oh shit! I didn't put them. I put 7. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
What was it? So I think we put.
Did you rate your last one?
No, I did not.
You just didn't like it that much.
You
were too busy talking about sharks that you forgot to. You were too busy talking about sharks that you forgot to rate your peach.
I'm gonna say 5-1.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of that. But I think overall we had the same views of each one.
Yeah, they're very similar. So we'll go down the list and then we'll move on. So the original, the lemonade, Paul got an 8.1. I gave it an 8.2. Very similar there. Moved to the black cherry flavor. Paul gave it an 8.6, as did I. I gave it 8.6. So both
nice.
Doubling up on that one. The third one was the strawberry. So Paul put it at 8.4. Strawberry was my favorite. I put it at an 8.7. And then the peach was by far the least favorite by both of us.
Agreed.
Paul gave it a 5.1, and I gave it a 7.7. So definitely go check these out. I think these got a great review. Bud Light, sponsors.
Bud Light.
We're here, supporting the product.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Just drink, turn up. Hopefully you guys are drinking. I'm curious to see who's drinking with us right now. I know people watch the show during the day.
Let me try something.
I think Ryan's going to mix the flavors here. But let me know. Let us know if you get these. If you have them at a party pretty soon, or you're just chilling with your boys. Let us know what you think about these because we like them.
I'm putting them all together right now. Just to
that
see
looks so dangerous.
Dangerous.
Ryan's putting all of them into one, like a little mixture here.
All right, let's give it a go. I'm rating this.
I think it'll taste good.
You think so?
Yeah, I really do.
Gotta get it all in the hole.
That's what she said. Oh, hey, whoa.
Hey, kids show. Here we go. Let's give it a shot.
And the mixture goes like this. He's thinking about it. What do you got? He's drinking it out of the basic lemonade. I think that was good for a base mixture.
I just think there's too much lemonade. There's really no difference. Tastes like fucking lemonade.
You need to put them all in an equal amount. You know what I mean?
Try it out at home. Get an equal amount of each. Let me know how it is. Give me your rating. Then I'll do it again. But good
Sounds
segment, Bud Light. Love it. All right, so block 2, Paul. What do we got? You're going to be sipping on one of them for the show?
Absolutely.
Black cherry's your go-to?
I think I'm going to see how far I can get in this one. I think maybe go lemonade or strawberry.
Right, I like it. So what do we get into next?
Second thing, we are going back to some movie facts.
Movies and alcohol. That's what this show is. Just movies and alcohol. Movies and alcohol.
I mean, what are our logo? Like, our logo is popcorn and a beer.
So that we're going to stick to our niche.
That's kind of what our thing
Life's
is.
a party. There it is on Paul's shirt for all you watching on YouTube.
Literally beer, popcorn. So we're going to do some movie stuff, and these are some surprise movie facts. Ryan and I are going to break down a few shocking things.
Yeah.
And I think these are really interesting.
Yeah.
When we talked about these pre-show,
we had a podcast before the podcast.
We could have
we started going down them and we were talking for days. We're like, let's just start the podcast. Let's get on and let's just have these same conversations on air for the people.
Yeah. So
and I even said, Paul, let's save it for the podcast. I mean, we're letting it rip right now. These are interesting stuff. Let's save it for the pod. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna get into it. What's the first one, Paul?
The first one. So we talked Toy Story a little while back.
Pixar.
We talked some Pixar stuff. This goes in conjunction with that. So this is in the first Toy Story. Buzz Lightyear, his original name was actually supposed to be Lunar Larry, and this was after back and forth, and it was honored, and it was originally that name was supposed to honor real-life astronaut Buzz Aldrin. We've talked some NASA stuff on the show, too.
That's what's funny about this is we talked Pixar, and we talked conspiracy theories with Buzz Aldrin, and we talked Buzz Lightyear, and then here we are, the two together.
Yeah, so Buzz Lightyear's original name was supposed to be Lunar Larry in honor of Buzz Aldrin, but it just kind of changed, and I think we're all happy with Buzz Lightyear. I think it just works
Two
better.
fish, one hook. So this is good, though. I feel happy for Buzz Aldrin, not Lightyear. Because we talked about on Conspiracy Theory how Neil Armstrong got all the love. He's the man that got on the moon. No one gave Buzz any credit. But you know what, Neil? Buzz is Buzz Lightyear as well.
Yeah.
So there you go. Stick it to him.
You might have been the first man on the moon, but Buzz Aldrin has a very famous cartoon character named after him.
And Buzz Lightyear goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Neil Armstrong doesn't go everywhere.
Exactly.
So I'm happy Buzz got his honor.
That's a cool thing, though.
Who's Lunar Larry, real quick?
Yeah, who the hell is Lunar Larry? I think Buzz Lightyear worked a little bit better. Buzz Aldrin's happy.
Original name was Lunar Larry. Could you imagine Woody and Lunar? Like, what is that?
What could have been? What could have been?
All right, second one is the second fact for all you Jurassic Park lovers is that the sound of the velocity. I got nervous about this name, so I'll try it again. The sound of the velociraptors, there we go, is actually a recording of two tortoises having sex on a loop.
Whew. Kid show.
I mean, you gotta give the tortoises their respected peace and quiet. If people just started like recording me going at it and then put it in a movie, like did the tortoise sign off on this?
I think the difference.
They'd have to give consent.
I think the difference is one sounded good, and I think a recording of you in bed doesn't sound as good. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to listen to that conconstantly.
Like a T-Rex would sound like me in bed. That's pretty good.
In a movie.
That's a 5-star movie right there.
So I think, the tortoise, you let them have their peace in private. But
they are dinosaurs, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to figure out what something sounds like where, it was extinct before we were alive. So we have no clue what that sounds like.
Isn't that weird how things that are portrayed to sound like dinosaurs, or I don't know another example of this, but dinosaurs actually cannot sound like what they sound like in movies.
No, there's some really interesting facts about dinosaurs and like how they're portrayed. But yeah, we don't know what one would actually sound like. It's just a given.
That's like aliens. Like we all get the perception that the aliens look like this, but we have no idea what aliens are.
That's the thing. People say, we have our standard observation of what an alien looks like. I say the word alien. What do you think about? You're basically thinking about a round-headed.
Like E.T.
No. Oh, so no.
Is E.T. an alien?
Yeah, extraterrestrial. That's literally what E.T. stands for. An alien, when I think of an alien, I think of like a green person.
That's what I meant.
That's like a circle, like that oval-shaped neck.
Like that float that's in the in front of a car dealership.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. No. Okay, he's not emphasizing.
I know what
my
you're
point.
talking about.
But that idea. So you like have an idea, but you really don't know.
Like, what if alien? I mean, what if? Sorry, not to get on a little tangent here. What if dinosaurs were like, instead of what is the sound of a dinosaur?
It's like a roar, but it's but it's very like.
That's what tortoises do when they're just getting it on.
I guess so.
All right, let them be them.
Next one here is during the filming of a scene in design. Oh man, during the filming of a scene of.
The Django.
Thanks. See, I could say
Django Unchained.
I could say Velociraptor, but you could not. So Django Unchanged. Leonardo DiCaprio accidentally cut his hand open while filming. He stayed in the character, and ultimately they wiped the blood off of Kerry Washington's face. So he did the scene, and he wiped his hand on her face, and the blood, like real life blood.
Yeah. So I looked into this, and he hurt himself in the scene, and then I guess he was supposed to wipe fake blood on her face, but he wiped his actual blood on her face, and then the scene ended, and then I read that the whole audience or the whole cast, the crew gave a standing ovation. Meanwhile, Kerry Washington has blood down her face.
Real blood.
I mean, if I'm her, I'm pissed off. Like, what are you guys clapping for? He just put actual blood down my entire face.
That's the thing with Leo DiCaprio or any major there's these crazy stories I was telling Ryan about with something from Apocalypse Now where there was this scene where they made the opening scene of the film with Martin Sheen, who is Charlie Sheen's dad. He was the main character and actor in this film where it opens with him like on drug or like him hallucinating and stuff. And they actually fed him drugs. Like he was actually on drugs. They put some fog in the room and they were screaming terrible things at him to try to get him to hallucinate and to like feel these weird feelings, which led him to actually punching a mirror and cutting his hand completely open. And everyone was like, this is insane. Like, this is insane. But it's what is crazy is like what these actors do, what these directors do to get that shot, get that moment. And it's really interesting. But yeah, for Kerry Washington, that's a lot. I don't know if I would want someone's blood on my face. You know what I mean?
It's truly crazy what like actors go through. And
she probably wasn't. She probably like wasn't that. It wasn't that big deal to her. There's no way, because she is an actress and she probably
she realized that she's in this big moment.
Correct. When you're doing that stuff and you're doing that work, I think there's no way she didn't notice it, but it was at the same time I think she valued it for what it was.
For sure. All right. So
next one. What do you got?
Here we go. So Chris Pratt apparently stole his Star-Lord costume from the set for the only purpose of having it available so that he could show up in costume to visit sick children in the hospital who might want to meet Star-Lord.
See, that's a nice movie.
That's a great story. And
I think, superheroes in general, that's something where, you've seen Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He goes in he goes in hospitals and stuff, and that's really cool. I mean, if you can do that, if you're an actor and of somebody of that magnitude, especially a superhero where that's pretty normal, when kids, you basically tell them, you're the real superhero, right? Like, you're struggling, you're going through this, you might have cancer or a deadly disease, and you're pushing through trying to live, like, you're the real life superhero. So I just think that's crazy and super admirable of those actors, and that's like a cool thing. Like, usually you hear people stealing stuff, you're like, I don't know.
What I was gonna say. If you're breaking the law, do it for this reason. Do it for the kids.
Do it for the children. You know what I mean?
If you're gonna steal this expensive suit, do it for a good cause, and that's what Chris Pratt did. And good for you, Chris.
I'm surprised that he didn't have like another thing. Like, is Tom Holland's Spider-Man suit the real one they use in the movies too? Then, like, that's where I'm a little. I don't know.
I mean, I think he could show up as like Kmart Spider-Man, but I don't think that would be as cool. I don't think those kids would buy it.
But if you're in the real life, it's still that actor who plays that character, so that's still
it's still cool. What's the next one? Good job, Chris.
Good job, Chris.
Way to be a criminal for the kids. Way to do it for the kids.
Next one of my favorite actors, Tom Hanks, was not paid for Forrest Gump. So instead, he took a percentage of the box office and the points, which ultimately led and it netted him in the region of $40 million.
So this, I have no idea what the hell that means. So he didn't have a salary or did not get paid for the movie, and instead he took percentage points. Like, what is that?
So something that happens with certain movies. So somebody actually told me this thing about Steven Spielberg.
Wait, can I have a guess before you explain?
Yeah, sure.
I just want to take a guess. Like, it's like a game show.
Okay.
So he took percentage points. So did he not want a salary for the movie? So at that same time, is he bent on himself to perform well in this movie and the movie to pop off, and then instead of getting paid a low salary for a movie that pops off, the movie pops off and then he gets a percentage of what it makes?
It basically works.
It's almost like MLB or NBA players betting on themselves and not signing a contract now because the salary cap's going to go up and they can sign a bigger one later. So they're betting that their performance is going to be better, and they're going to get paid more down the road. Am I right?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Dude, I'm money. That is great out of me.
It's that idea where, so I'm pretty sure it's called a back-end deal, where there's a back-end deal where, so like Robert Downey Jr. had this, or I know Steven Spielberg had this on, Steven Spielberg had a back-end deal on Star Wars. It was like a bet between him and George Lucas, which was really interesting, where they both had movies coming out at the same time, and George thought like Star Wars was going to flop. And I think Steven Spielberg was doing Encounters of the Third Kind, and they were like, oh, I don't know which movie's going to do better. Well, Star Wars is the most popular movie of all time, one of the biggest blockbusters of all time, and in pop culture, and definitely so. But Steven Spielberg, they did a bet that they each got like 2% of the other's movie. And Steven Spielberg became almost a billionaire based on his bet with George Lucas, where George Lucas thought he was going to lose. So, like, it's just a really crazy thing. Yeah. But Robert Downey Jr., for example, had a back-end deal on, like, the Avengers, where he got a percentage of the Avengers box office. So, His salary might be like $50 million, but the movie made over $1 billion worldwide. So we got like 1% of that, which is still insane.
So that just goes to show, like, bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. Like Tom Hanks, he's like one of the best actors. He can do any role.
Yeah,
like any role at all. It's like LeBron James would win at any sport if he tried.
Yeah, exactly.
So Tom Hanks is just that guy who's just so versatile. Why not bet on yourself and secure the bag? Like secure the bag. All right, next one.
I don't know how common that was back then though with Forrest Gump. I know like that's more common now, especially with big blockbuster films, because they kind of have an already amount that they know they're going to make based on the property value. But
right.
Next one. What do we got?
All right, this is a good one. So after finding out that she had to be naked in front of Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet decided to break the ice. And what better way to break the ice than to flash Leo DiCaprio? So I guess she just walked up to Leonardo DiCaprio, knew she was going to be in a sex scene with him, just flashed him. Like, get it out of the way.
There you go.
Like, here are my boobies.
Here are my boobies. I mean, if you're an actor, have you ever done?
My boobies.
Here are my boobies.
That could be a shirt, Lisa Parker shirt.
Here are my boobies. I like it. Something that I did. I mean, I used to act in middle school and high school.
I thought that was going somewhere else.
No.
I used to flash my boobies around. Okay, sorry.
Where I've done a stage kiss before, and
stage kiss.
Little risque. And I think I was like a freshman in college. I was at Camden County, and I was in a play. And I remember having to do this like stage kiss, and I never did one before. And as an actor, it's pretty common. You know, you just do it. It's not that big a deal. And it was like still like a little nerve wracking, and it was kind of weird. But I remember like in one of the rehearsals when we didn't expect a kiss, the director was like, "Hey, just do it. Like, we need you to do it right now." So it kind of took the butterflies, and the feeling out of it, because I just didn't even think about it. It was like, okay, let's just do it now. Let's do it.
The funny thing, I always think about that shit while I'm watching movies. Like, when I see a Gabrielle Union movie, and like she starts kissing another actor, I'm like, Dwayne Wade's probably pissed off right now. Like, I'm always thinking about like the other significant other, like what they feel. But I guess it's part of securing the bag. I mean, you gotta. If Gabrielle Union's gonna rack in $30 million a year, I don't know. That's a lot of money.
I
think D Wade's going to be all right with a couple kisses in the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So next one. What do we got?
Next one. So we were just talking about superheroes and stuff, and this is a perfect example. Actually, this actress in her most recent film, Wonder Woman, had a cut of the newest Wonder Woman film.
Yeah. And
because it didn't go to the box office and didn't go to this worldwide release of making that money, she actually made more money than a lot of the film did. So it's kind of interesting.
Huh.
But we're talking about Gal Gadot. So Gal Gadot, who plays Wonder Woman, she was part of some reshoots of that movie while being actually 5 months pregnant. Crazy. So her baby bump was very visible, so the crew created a costume which had a green screen around her stomach and her belly, which was later removed during post-production. So
I mean, you got to be a trooper to shoot a superhero, let alone a movie pregnant, but a superhero movie pregnant. It's kind of weird how they got a screen specifically for the belly. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. I've heard
Show me your boobies.
Show me your boobies. That's a shirt. I've heard of different examples where actresses in like TV and stuff. TV's a little different because you're doing these full seasons, and you know, you might be shooting a TV show for like 8-9 years. It has 8-9 seasons, so. You know, they're not going to be like, hey, don't get pregnant. Like, that's not their call. Yeah. So you can get pregnant, but you have to do some stuff around it. Where in this movie, she was pregnant. But, like, if you think of Gal Gadot and you think of Wonder Woman, like, that's a very slim character. Like, she's very small.
Yeah.
The costume in general is very tight. So, you know, but props to her.
Show me your boobies.
Show me your boobies. Props to her. That's really cool.
No, that's dope. She's actually a superwoman, superhero for doing that.
And you would never notice it.
I would never know. That's why it's a surprising fact, Paul.
Oh, thanks, Ryan.
All right, next one. This one's pretty interesting. So in Cast Away, the movie, you all know it, to make himself look like an average, out-of-shape, middle-aged man, Tom Hanks didn't exercise and allowed himself to grow pudgy. Then he had to be skinny. So what did he do? So production was then halted for a year, Paul. They cut recording for a whole entire year just so that he could lose 50 pounds and grow out all of his hair for his time spent on that deserted island.
Yeah,
that's insane.
There's a bunch of stories, too, with actors. We were talking especially at Christian Bale, where for roles that he's done, especially with like Batman and gaining a lot of weight. He's done a lot of roles where he's got very skinny, and the amount of weight fluctuation that he's done for these roles is insane. And that just shows you a lot. Same with Leo DiCaprio, where your like dedication to the role really shows. And this is something that's insane too with movies and why movies are crazy.
Same thing with like Joker. And
Heath
Ledger.
When they lose so much weight, or he's
isolating himself in like a hotel for months.
But that just shows you why, like, how we get these amazing films. Castaway is a very famous film, will be remembered for a while. Tom Hanks did an amazing job in that, and that's their dedication, is saying, hey. But the fact that the production took a year
like a year gap
is a really big.
It paid off.
Yeah, I mean, it paid off. It's a real big gamble though for the movie studio to kind of do that type of stuff, and halting production just kind of puts like money that they spend in this movie in a weird spot. So props to them. That's a cool fact.
I'm gonna be honest. When I watch movies, I sometimes think that almost anybody can be an actor, because you see like these TikTok stars, or you see comedians, or these SNL people, and then they just can get in a movie. But then, so I was kind of like, oh, this is Meryl Streep actually that good? Like,
she is that good.
So I watched the movie The Post. It's her and Tom Hanks.
Okay, she's good.
And she, like, her voice just sounded different. And I looked up the voice, and that she played a specific journalist, or I don't know, the owner of the paper. And I was like, all right, I just want to hear what that girl sounds like.
Yeah.
So I listened to her. It's identical. And I'm like, holy shit, she's the real fucking deal. Like, her voice is identical to the actress she's playing. Yeah. So now every Meryl Streep's part I see, I go right to the voice. And it's amazing how, like, you think everyone can be an actor until you actually see what these people do and how talented they are, like Meryl Streep, and how she could change her voice to be exactly the person she's playing. It's crazy. So I give all props. I take away my bad take.
There's a lot of different types of acting, but, I mean, when we talked about Tom Hanks, we talked about Leonardo DiCaprio and Meryl Streep. Honestly, we'll probably go down as 3 of the top actors of all time.
Yeah, we're not talking soap operas here.
No, they're very...
or Stephen A. Smith's in Young and the Restless.
No, like, they're very top A-list actors. Meryl Streep will go down as one of the best actresses of all time.
Check it out, dude. Meryl Streep, the person she plays in Post, listen to her journalist voice, and then listen to Meryl Streep. It's identical. It's crazy. She gained a lot of respect from me, even though, because, like, I don't watch that kind of movie, so not that she had to earn my respect, because she's obviously does it all. Like, she's the GOAT. But it really changed my my thoughts.
Dope. Next one here, another Academy Award. Oh my gosh!
It's the bubbles from
I know.
the Bud Light.
So another Academy Award
Show
nominated.
Me your Sorry.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Another Academy Award nominated actor, Jonah Hill. We'll talk about him real quick. In The Wolf of Wall Street.
My favorite movie.
Yeah, very popular movie amongst men who drink, who are young teenage men, young adults.
Hey, if assholes could fly, this place would be an airport. I'll tell you that.
But for Wolf of Wall Street, some of the actors crushed B vitamins for scenes that involved cocaine, which is super funny. Jonah Hill claimed that he eventually became sick with bronchitis after so much inhaling and had to be hospitalized. So, don't snort vitamin B. That's basically,
What was the drug that Jordan, like the actual Jordan Belfort? Oh, Quaaludes?
Okay. I forget that movie. I've only seen it. I've seen it like once.
All right, so we won't get in the movie, but I can't snort things. So if I had to do that, I'd probably be in the same boat as Jonah. Because, back, I don't know. I'm not bringing that up.
When we were I remember a story. When we were in middle school, we used to do...
That's what I said, like snort salt.
We used to snort salt.
I was going to bring that up, and I was like, I could never do that. So I guess that's almost the same thing.
Yeah, so we actually, in middle school, I don't know if you know this, but you know this, but people... we had middle school dances, right? So we would go to middle school dance, it'd be like 8 to 10, and then all of our friends would go to like Friendly's or Applebee's or something after the dance and just kind of like have some extra time. Yeah. Well, something I remember us doing as stupid 13 and 14-year-olds was snort salt. We thought it was funny, or snort pepper, which is harder actually because pepper. But yeah, we used to like make a line and make a joke out of it, and that's a stupid 13, 14-year-old, but so we thought of the same thing.
I literally thought of it. I was like, I'm not gonna bring that up. That's a little immature there. But I always thought about like what they use, because they're actually snorting stuff in the movie. Like, you can't fake that. So what are they snorting up their nose? Because nothing can be easy to snort up your nose. I guess vitamin B is probably one of the easiest. I don't know.
Yeah, it probably just looked very similar. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Like,
And that,
actors and actresses have to go through some shit to film a movie. All right, last one. So Jack Nicholson pulled a gun on Leo DiCaprio in The Departed. Even though it wasn't in the script, he thought the scene wasn't intense enough beforehand, so he actually pulled a real gun on Leo. Did he actually, like, did Leo know this shit was a real gun? I mean, it wasn't loaded. I hope not.
I hope not.
You don't think it was actually loaded?
No. But I think realizing it, there's probably something real, like Leo realized as well. But Leo is also in that camp where, like, he would do that shit. You know what I mean? Where he's so...
I mean, that's what makes him great, isn't it? Like,
exactly.
They're psychos.
They're
like
all,
Jim Carrey, psycho.
Oh, Jim, yeah, exactly.
And he's up there probably. Like, all these actors and actresses we're talking about, they're, like, top A-list.
Have you ever seen
best.
Ace Ventura?
Yeah, I was on the TV there.
So I was watching it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday or whatever, I ended up watching Ace Ventura. And Jim Carrey especially, too. If you've ever seen him in The Mask or even The Grinch.
The Mask, yeah, too.
Those two films, too, and Ace Ventura, his facial features and his like how he can manipulate his face and act, even though we're talking about very different types of people where they're into, like, method acting, Jim Carrey was on that other spectrum of he was insanely talented in a very different way.
Yeah.
Where, like, his facial features,
like
his body, the way he can manipulate
Though he
his
did
body.
do what these actors, like, I don't know if you saw, there's a documentary on Netflix, check it out, it's like Andy Kaufman. Did you hear about this? How Jim Carrey played this Andy Kaufman guy who's like a talk host, I believe. Don't yell at me if I get this stuff wrong, but
I think you're right.
He was so in character where he was, like, actually calling Andy Kaufman's family, like, mom and dad. And,
That's
like,
crazy.
he died. Andy Kaufman was dead, and at the same time, Andy Kaufman's dad was, like, feeling as if he had his son back because Jim Carrey was so in character as Andy Kaufman that his dad was so thankful that he got to spend a little bit more time with his son since he died. Like, that gave me, like, goosebumps just saying that.
Insane.
It's crazy.
But that's what's cool about a lot of these facts that, these actors go to extreme lengths to bring us entertainment, and we're thankful for them. Like, this is just crazy shit.
Yeah. All right, final block here. We're going movie, alcohol, movie, alcohol. All right, we've been seeing a lot of videos about how these people associate alcohol or different types of alcoholic beverages to people.
Yeah.
So if you don't like stereotyping, you can just turn the show off because this is the end of it.
This one's not for you.
We're going to be stereotyping very hard for the next 10 or so minutes.
But it's going to be fun. Like, we're dealing with some alcohol.
So if you like it, turn it up.
Us. Yeah.
Turn the volume up. Because I'm tired of these people coming out with TikToks and videos stereotyping Bud Light drinkers. I'm like, you know what? It's time for me to backfire. It's time for you to backfire
Someone
on these guys.
did come at you for drinking Bud Light.
So we're backfiring. So the first one, we're gonna talk about. We're just gonna list these alcohol beverages, and then we're gonna just tell you who would drink it.
Who we think drinks this?
Who's gonna drink it?
First one. What we got?
Four Loko. Who drinks Four Loko?
The crazy white girls.
People who do not care about the health of their body.
Yeah, if you're worried about what's in the...
It's like an energy drink on steroids.
Yeah. If you're not worried what's in a Four Loko, you're not worried about what's in the vaccine. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not what's happening.
Four Loko, show me your boobies. Like,
show me your boobies.
You're drinking a Four Loko, you've accepted that you're going to show me.
You're here to have a good time, and you're probably a crazy person. So.
They're nuts. We've had them on the show. I don't know how these Four Loko girls drink them. It's insane. All right, next one.
Keystone.
That's the low, I don't have a lot of money. I'm a high schooler. We're drinking, partying in the basement. We're 16, 17. We got a 30 brick of Keystone.
Yeah, your Keystone is one of your first types of beer. If you just want to drink beer as like a young underage kid.
That's what we drank.
So I haven't really heard about anyone other than like us drinking
in
Keystone.
high school?
Dude, everyone else drank other beers on this
Or
list.
like Pabst.
Yeah, PBR.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other high school, like Coors Light maybe?
Keystone is very young, underaged males.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Number 3, bourbon.
Old 40-year-old, old middle-aged men chilling on their living room couch.
Tough day at work. Just watched the stock market. Just opened my cigar. Yeah, just cracked open my cigar. Got my little whiskey glass, my bourbon glass, watching TV, smoking a cigar.
Or even at your like work or something. I've seen people like, a business meeting or something too. So middle-aged men.
Horrible bosses, when he goes into he pours him a cup of bourbon.
It's like, dude, it's 9 a.m. What are you talking? And then he doesn't accept it. He goes, oh, and well, he accepts it. He goes, what, you're going to insult me? So he goes, okay. So he drinks it at 9 a.m. and he goes, oh, you're going to drink something? He goes, dude, I'm not an alcoholic. It's 9 a.m. He's like, what the hell did you just do?
Yeah, bourbon, those old guys, they get a cigar after work, after watching the stock market, kick up on their couch, got their little moccasins on, end of night.
Yingling.
This is, I'm going to a high school party. I got my Nike book bag. I need beer. I have no one to get it. Where do I go? I go to the outside fridge, snag my dad's Yinglings. Crickle, 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 crickle. That's what my book bag sounds like when I'm walking out the door. And I'm going to go have 10 Yinglings tonight.
Okay. I feel like Yingling...
You get a different vibe?
Yeah, I feel like Yinglings are more like, I kind of guess like our age, like middle 20s, 30s type of beer that, hey, you're going to a sports bar, like you get a Yingling. Because you want to feel more fancy.
That's what I was going to say. So Yingling's a good
transition beer.
Transition beer. So you go to the Bud Light, you can't go right to the IPAs or like those kind of drinks. You go Bud Light to the Yingling. The Yingling, you're sort of getting up there in the age. Like you're gaining the respect of the elders.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, next one is Mike's Hard, I guess lemonade. Just any Mike's Hards.
Mike's Hard, yeah.
It's like you're a little confused. You don't know what to get. So you go to something that's always been there for you.
So
what girls?
Yeah, so Mike's Hard, right, I think is the equivalent to a Keystone almost, where it is a
high school girls drink.
Yeah, Mike's Hard is a high school girl drink, a wine cooler that they're gonna end up getting trashed on anyway, and they love it. They love it. My little sister, she was younger, she loved Mike's Hard. I was like, how do you like that? She goes, I just love it.
They just don't know what else to get.
Yeah.
They're the same girls that drink Mike's Hard in high school, go to the bar when they're 21, and what do they get?
Four Loko.
Vodka Cran. You don't get a Four Loko one at the bar. The Vodka Cran girls that turn 21, those girls are the same Mike's Hard girls when they're in high school.
Okay.
They grow up.
That makes sense, yeah.
Bud Light to Yingling, Mike's Hard to vodka sodas. Vodka Crans.
I like a good Vodka Cran.
Paul's offended. I like Vodka Cran too. I like it all.
Next one here, Busch Light.
Sweet home Alabama. That's his country right there. Busch Light, Bushk. I like Busch Light. There was a time in high school where I drank Busch.
Okay.
Busch. Well, I say Busch. That's why.
Whatever you want to say. Yeah.
Busch. It's called Busch, but they probably don't drink that Busch Light. I mean, we're talking like John Deere tractors. I mean, let's get on my four-wheeler and let's rip it up in the mud.
Or Busch Light is very comparable to like a frat party. So I know you didn't really like linger in this realm, but something that was always there for frat parties or what you would get in a keg was usually like Busch Light. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You could get Miller Lite, but it was usually like Busch Light. Or if you got cases of beer for the frat party, it was usually very cheap beer, and we always went Busch Light. So a lot of frat guys.
I like Busch. I like Busch, and I like Busch Light. Country in my eyes.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
Next one. We talked Chris Pratt earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Michelob Ultra.
He's a spokesperson. So is our boy Jimmy Fallon.
Is he now?
Well, Jimmy did the Super Bowl commercial last year, remember? It was Jimmy, and it was John Cena. And they did that Super Bowl commercial for Michelob.
I think wasn't that one of the top commercials last year?
It was. It was a really good commercial.
Yeah, I think that was one of my favorites. But Michelob Ultra, you're on a diet, trying to lose some lbs.
Michelob's a really good light beer, and I think it's probably same idea, like mid-20s, 30s. Just a light beer. You don't like Bud Light because you think it's too cheap or it's too like younger, and you're maybe not drinking your IPAs, you're not drinking your whiskey yet. So it's that middle range.
I felt very attacked one time drinking Michelob Ultra. I was in Philly for the Mummers Parade. And we're in Philly, and I don't know if you're not from Philly, there's a Mummers Parade, blah, 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 blah. It's a lot of fun. New Year's Day. So we're there, we're drinking. They got a cooler. I'm with a certain band, and there's Michelob Ultras in there. So me and my brother, we were helping out. We were just there for the holiday or whatnot, and we started drinking the Michelob Ultras. And these guys are all in costumes. These
big dudes, yeah.
And they're all like, look like they're going to jail soon. And they're like, who the F's drinking the Michelob Ultras? Where's all these girls at? I'm sitting there sipping on my Michelob Ultras. So there's a lot of tough guys out there that will bring you down a little bit if you drink a Michelob Ultra. But don't let them bring you down. Michelob Ultra is a good beer, and it keeps your calories low.
Next one we got White Claws.
White Claws. You take this one.
Normal sorority girl life is the White Claws. I think.
Dage. Like first thing that comes to mind is Dage.
Absolutely.
You're gonna go to a Dage. What are you bringing? 12-pack of White Claws.
Yeah, so I guess college life, because I think a lot of the guys have transferred to White Claws
I'm a
too.
big White Claws guy. I like White Claws.
So college life, frat life, Dage life, Darty, depending on what you want to say. But White Claws, there you go.
All right, so we touched on this next one, IPAs.
That is the young...
Old fraternity brothers.
Correct.
Who are young now, who wear a Patagonia sweater that's fuzzy, and they think they're like comb over hair, got the gel in.
Yeah,
they think they're top notch.
Maybe got a nice beard.
Yeah, dude. That's just we're painting the perfect picture right now.
The IPA man is someone who wants to feel more sophisticated in his beer and maybe go to a brewery for the first time and try some IPAs. So if that's you, hope you're having a good time.
All power to it, but it's not my cup of tea. You know
Last one we got here, the classic
Miller Lite.
That is
that's the family beer. I feel like you inherit Miller Lite. Like if your family drinks Miller Lite, you pass it down from generation to generation.
I agree.
Little Mike drinks Miller Lite, then little Johnny drinks Miller Lite, and you just pass it. Like, why do you drink Miller Lite? Oh, my family just always has it around. It's always at family parties.
That's the beer.
Miller Lite is a family beer. So if you're a Miller Lite drinker, that's what your family drinks. Miller Lite's actually my least favorite beer of all time, but
really,
we'll say that for another time.
Okay. No rant here today. By Ryan. With
what a show. That was a great show. Lots of movie talk, lots of alcohol talk, lots of Bud Light talk. I mean, that is our thing. That is what we're known for, Paul. I'm getting excited. Let's do another show. Let's run it back. Another hour. 2-hour episode.
Did some movies. So, or I just said movies twice.
You said we did some movies and we did some movies.
Well, I like the movies. So we did
Saw
some beer.
movies.
Did some movies.
Show me your movies.
Talked about some beer. I was drinking a little bit, so good show. But basically, that's it for us. We did want to end the show on something that we've kind of been working on.
Got stuff in the works, and it's complete.
It is complete. So if you got this far, hopefully you've been listening to the show every week, and you are a fan of Life's a Party. You are a hashtag partier, right?
That's great.
So we started a Patreon page to kind of help us out a little bit, produce the show, give us some money while we're still doing some full-time job, and we want to be entertainers.
We want to take this thing to another level. I mean, we've been trying our best, but we need to secure the bag, as I mentioned prior in the show.
So we started a Patreon page. If you ever heard of that before, it's basically a website where you can go and support some local or entertainers that you enjoy. There are some tiers, so different price levels per month. You can pay like $1 per month, $2 per month, $3 per month, that kind of thing. So check out our Patreon page. It is in all of our links on our Instagram and our TikTok. There's the 3 tiers. You can be a party guest, you can be a party goer, or you could be the life of the party. So there are some tiers.
Be the life of the party. They're the best. We're the life's a party. You're a life's a party. Everyone's a life's a party.
And it kind of explains like what each thing will give you based on your tier of paying per month. We got some behind-the-scenes bonus footage for you. We can also be an executive producer here on the show if you want to be, and we might give you a video message too if you are a Life of the Party member. So go check out that Patreon page. We appreciate it, and as always, thank you for listening. So
yeah, we appreciate it. Also, next week's show, we're going to get a musical guest, first one.
Oh, there we go.
I'm really pumped up. We got a musical guest. He's releasing a new song, as we mentioned in the last podcast. So fun things ahead. Get that Patreon page popping.
Yeah.
We can get some more musical guests. Soon we'll have Usher performing at the end.
Okay, I like that. So I appreciate you guys listening as always.
Music. Take us out.
Peace.